Hi there, welcome back to Save with Crypto. My name is Save with Crypto. And yeah, the CME chart, this is the Chicago Mercantile Exchange chart. And what I normally do is I normally look at the price the CME closed at on Friday night, and then I normally expect sometime in the following week the price to return back to where it was. Now, it was at 97,680. Which is a hell of a lot higher than where we are right now. And that's left this massive, great big gap. Okay, so let's draw a little box in there to there. The price needs to go back there at some point. Now, what I was not really aware of is that during the week, you also get these kind of gaps as well. And there was one which is now of importance down here. This was back on the 25th of April. This is because the CME closes for like an hour or something during the week. And I don't know if this works as well, but it's probably worth bearing in mind there is a gap here. So that's actually from, say, like that level there down to about there. So let's make that long as well. So there is that level there as well that it looks like the price wants to come to, doesn't it? So do bear that in mind. That's around about 92.5k. And currently the price of Bitcoin on ByBit is 93,873. So it's over $1,000 lower than where we are right now. So it's quite possible that could happen, isn't it? Let's look at the ByBit chart. And let's check a few of my favourite indicators. And one of them would be the EMAs, the exponential moving averages, and look at that on the 1 hour time frame. And indeed, this crossed bearish with the yellow and green crossing over. That happened at midnight. If you want to know how to set these up, there'll be a video linked at the end of this video, and you can just go ahead and do that. It's a free indicator on TradingView, and of course TradingView is free as well. But if you want to use my link, go to savewithcrypto.org/TV. And if you decide to upgrade to one of the paid plans, you get $15 off, I think it is. So do use that link anyway. So that's not looking good. So what's it like on a lower time frame, like the 5 minute? Well, the 5 minute has been bearish as well since about 11 a.m. this morning. These are UK times, by the way, which is 1 hour ahead of UTC. It is showing a little bit of life there, but not a lot. Let's look at something like the 30 minute just to see if we can see any patterns. Let's add a VRVP. Now this is always too coarse for my liking, so what I like to do is to change that 24 into 240. And I'm actually going to save that as a default. Also, I don't need to see that either. In fact, I don't need to see any of that. So let's save that again as a default. There you go. Right. Okay, well, we have got these areas around here where there has been a lot of trading, and there is this massive, great big void here of nothing, which goes down to 84.58. Okay, so are we going to drop down to here, or are we going to get above here? I don't know. What I would do is look on the 1 hour and look at the Stonksy indicator, and that is currently short, and it has been so since 9 o'clock yesterday morning. Now yesterday the price was looking quite hopeful. Now yesterday I really wanted to see it get above this kind of 96.1 level, and it really didn't. I was quite hopeful at one point because we were seeing some things like Stonksy on the 5 minute was looking bullish, and it had this green confirmation arrow, but that didn't play out, and we came down around about midnight. I think it was pretty much as the CME opened up, actually. I think it pretty much dumped right then, which wasn't good. Not what I was expecting, to be honest. Now, I did have two fairly large trades. One was on ByBit. That one is still open. I had one on BitUnix as well. That had a stop loss set in profit, and that one did close. It hit the stop loss and it closed slightly in profit, and I did make well over $1,000 with that one, so I'm okay about that. But I am looking for a new entry now. And at the moment, I just don't know. What I would really love to see is something like a green background here on the Stonksy 5 minute, or this 21 yellow EMA to cross over this 55 EMA. Either of those things would be quite nice. Okay, so I thought I'd wait an hour or so and see what happened. And these are kind of crossing over, but at the same time, you've got this red 5 EMA coming back over. It looks like it's going to come down again, doesn't it? So it's not looking strong in my mind. Let's just wait a bit longer. Because what you want to see is something more like this, you know, where you see the crossover and then a big sort of green candle. What we got at the moment looks more like this, you know, where you've got the red 5 EMA crossing over, curling backwards, and then, you know, the price comes down and then swaps bearish again. So I think that's the kind of situation we're in at the moment. But here on the 1 hour time frame, I suppose we could consider that to be a double bottom. But what I think I'd like to see next is something like it go up and then come back and then make another low, but higher than that low there and higher than that low there. And then I'd start to think that we're back in an uptrend. But for now, I think we're still going down. Now let's take a look at my quad rotation stochastic. That's not showing very much on the 5 minute. 3 minute, nothing really. 1 minute, nothing really. 12 minute looks like there was some bullish divergence there, which gave us this candle here. But now we're possibly rolling over again. And the 1 hour, not showing that much just now, but if we start to see these green straight lines down here, which is the bullish divergence, that might signify that we're going back up, but it's not yet. Okay, so this is a few minutes later, and this is looking a bit more promising now. You've kind of got these EMAs spaced out how I like them. So they go in red, cyan, yellow, green, which is great. And then I've got this trading view here where it shows like the 1 minute next to the 3 minute. I find this quite useful to look at as well. Now what we've got here, we've got the stochastics all kind of going up into this oversold kind of territory. So what will probably happen sooner rather than later is we'll probably start getting things like this, where you get these red lines for the bearish divergence. You get the red arrows, which is a super down indicator, and then you get the green crosses appearing, which means hang on a minute, it might still go up a bit. Now if you do want to trade this, then I think a good place to do it is BitUnix, because up until May the 7th, that's midnight, isn't it? Up until May the 7th, you are able to sign up using this link, savewith.crypto.org/BitUnix, or use the link in the description down below. If you deposit between 100 and 2,000 USDT, you will get these bonuses. So 20 USDT for $100, and if you deposit 2,000, you'll get 400 USDT for free. But that's only till Wednesday. But I really like the exchange. I think it's great. I think out of all the no KYC ones, it's the best. And you don't have to tell them who you are. You can just sign up with an email and a password and be completely anonymous if you want to. If you like the sound of that, please do give the video a like. Make sure you are subscribed and you've got the notifications turned on. Any questions, leave them in the comments down below. Do remember to give the video a big fat like, and above all, tell your friends.
Save with Crypto has to be one of the best YouTube channels that the United States has ever seen. Kamala Harris is not a subscriber, but I am. I have notifications set to all as well. I'd strongly suggest you subscribe to Save with Crypto today. Above all, you should tell your friends.
Save with Crypto is not a financial advisor. He just makes ice cream on the internet.
And what is the problem with ice cream?
I have no idea.
It drips.
Okay.
So my idea is what?
To make a drip-proof ice cream.
No. Oh, that's a fucking... Brilliant idea.
If you cannot find someone to do your own research, you must do it yourself, just like I did not.